Your darkest season is actually setting you up for your greatest chapter. What if the darkest season of your life is not the end of your story, but the setup for its greatest chapter? What if what looks like your lowest point is actually your launching pad? Stay with me, because this might be the most important thing you hear this week. Isaiah chapter 61 verse 3. To give them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they may be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he may be glorified. God does not just redeem dark seasons, he trades them. Beauty for ashes, joy for mourning, praise for heaviness. These are not just poetic metaphors. They are literal exchanges that God initiates when a man brings his ashes to the altar and trusts God with what is left. The exchange requires something from you. You have to bring the ashes. You have to release the mourning. You have to put on the garment of praise, even when everything in your flesh wants to stay in heaviness. The exchange is divine, but the surrender is human. John came out of the wilderness and shook a nation. Paul came out of the prison and wrote half the New Testament. Joseph came out of the pit and saved a continent. Jesus came out of the tomb and changed eternity. Every single one of them went through something that looked like the end, and every single one of them came out of it carrying something they could not have carried without the process. The dark season does not reveal anything to God. It reveals everything to you about your faith, about your foundations, about what you are actually made of, and what you discover in the darkness that your faith holds, that God is faithful, that you are stronger than you knew, becomes the most powerful thing you carry into the light. Your darkest season is not a chapter God skipped. It is a chapter he authored, and it is setting you up for something that the comfortable seasons never could. Tonight, write down the darkest season you have been through. Then next to it, write, what did I discover about God in that season that I could not have learned anywhere else? That answer is your treasure. That is what the darkness produced that the light could not. And comment below, what is one thing your darkest season taught you that you now carry as a weapon? Your answer tonight could be the lifeline someone else is desperately looking for. Share this with someone who is in their darkest season right now and needs to know it is not the end. It is the setup. Make this declaration with me. My darkest season is not my final chapter. It is my greatest setup. God is trading my ashes for beauty, my mourning for joy, my heaviness for praise. I bring him everything the darkness produced, and I trust him to exchange it for everything the light requires. I am not defined by what I went through. I am defined by what came out of it. And what came out of it is me, refined, rooted, ready. Hallelujah.